Hey guys, welcome back to Changing with the Tides. On today's episode, we're going to be talking about all things related to the 7th Beatitude. I can't believe we only have one more left after this, but believe it because we do. We're almost there. We're almost done. So, I hope you enjoyed today's video.
It's my lucky day. It's my lucky day. It's my lucky day.
So, what is the 7th Beatitude? The 7th Beatitude is, "Blessed are the peacemakers, for they will be called the children of God." Now, what does the 7th Beatitude mean? So, peacemakers is a big but simple word, literally meaning making peace. A peacemaker isn't someone who backs down from things and hides in a corner. A peacemaker is someone who works towards making things right, to make peace for others and the world. Making peace requires doing and taking action. People should know that they need to stand up for peace and that doing so is good. And Jesus says specifically in this beatitude that a peacemaker would be rewarded with the title of being called a child of God. Now, let's break that one down a little bit. What does that mean? That means if you and a friend are arguing, letting go of a grudge, and not necessarily letting go of a grudge, resolving an argument. So, for example, I've had many friends come in and out of my life, but the thing is, I've never really quite gone back to try and make things right. So I probably will take my own advice and go back and try and not necessarily make things right, but try and get in touch with those friends again, try and rebuild that friendship we once had. So that's example number one of the things that will make peace. Another example is volunteering and going and cleaning up a beach and trying to make peace with the world and make things less strugglesome for animals or whoever that comes on the beach and may come face to face with trash or whatever. Just doing stuff like that is so important because it saves not only you and makes peace with you, also makes peace with our environment and the world around us, which is also very important. So another good example would be volunteering again, but in the sense of making peace with the people around you. So for me in my life, that's teaching CCD. Right now I'm doing it on Zoom, so I don't have as much face-to-face interaction, and there aren't as many arguments going on, but that's okay. Once I do get back to in-person CCD, I will have to make sure to keep peace between the children and teach them about God while also teaching them that it's okay to struggle, but you need to also know that you can't argue with people, and trying to keep peace with children is such an important, not necessarily, I guess it would be a trait to have. So there's that. Who is the 7th Beatitude? The 7th Beatitude is or includes all men or all who make peace between men, whether as individuals or as communities. It includes even those who worthily endeavor to make peace. Though they fail of success, they shall be called God's children, because he is a God of peace who sent his own Son as the Prince of Peace. So, to describe that one better, let's circle back around to the first sentence, which is, includes all who make peace between men, whether as individuals or as communities. Now, again, we're going to circle back or go back to the example I used of beach cleaning. So that is important because you're not only working as a community, but you're also working to help save the environment and the world, right? And I feel like in my head, that's a great example of making peace and keeping the peace, honestly, because who wants to go into the ocean and go swimming and then find a water bottle or an empty plastic water bottle or those those things that cans come with, the wire looking things. They're when you get a 6-pack of seltzer or soda, it comes, they're all attached to this little thing. I can't remember what it's called, but you don't want to find that in the ocean for fish or sea turtles or whatever to get their heads stuck in. That's not very fair to them, and they don't deserve that. So we gotta save our environment. So that is a very important example because, like I said, you're working as a community with other people to help keep the environment safe, which I love and think that is a great example of keeping the peace or being a peacemaker. So because then you're gonna get the reward of being called a child of God, which I mean we kind of already are, but it's okay. So yeah, ways we can live the seventh beatitude out. So first example, leaders of countries work towards and bring about peace. Okay, now what does that mean? I'm gonna use the example of COVID because I feel like that's the most prevalent right now. So leaders working towards making peace would be like how our new our semi-new president has a ton of people vaccinated and things like that. And now I don't know about you, but I feel much more comfortable going out and doing things versus staying in the house all the time and not necessarily being depressed, but not being able to do certain things that I want to do, such as like I've gone to Target, I've gone shopping. Yesterday I had a doctor's appointment, and I didn't feel as nervous going into a hospital. So it's just the little things like that that make a big difference in keeping peace around the world. So that's not example number one. So the second example is two old friends decide to let go of a grudge. Now this one's important. I know I spoke a little bit along similar lines earlier, but it is important to keep the peace with the friends you already have and try and keep up that friendship. But also, if you cross paths with one of your old friends or someone that you used to be friends with, it's okay to be like, listen, like, I miss you, I want to be friends again, but we need to let go of any harsh feelings we have. And that is very important because I am guilty of not doing that. And I mean, I don't necessarily like struggle with it, but like, it's difficult to lose a friendship. So it is very important to let go of grudges if you do cross a path with an old friend. It's okay to be like, listen, I want to be friends with you, but we need to like let go of whatever grudges holding us back. So that's example number two. Last example of ways we can live it out in our everyday lives. So family members who have not spoken in 35 years reunite with each other. Now, I was talking about this with someone the other night, and we were talking about how I use an example of like Thanksgiving or Christmas dinner when like family comes together, but it's not always like the same family that you see all the time. And honestly, like my family's pretty close for the most part. Like even my extended family, I'm super close with a lot of my second cousins. But like not all families are like that. Like many families don't even have one or two cousins, and here I am with like I think like a lot. I forget the exact number at the moment, but like my mom's side I have so many cousins. I'm so close with so many of them, and my dad's side even like that same thing. Like I'm so close with like I think she's my third cousin. I can't remember at the minute, but her and her sister own a salon down Delaware, and I love going down there. But again, they're like my second or third cousin, actually third or fourth cousin. That's a better way of describing it. But like I love going down there and just seeing them and spending time with them. But that's not how all families are, and sometimes when you have to get together with those family members, it can be awkward. So if you're trying to keep the peace with people, that can make things a little bit more or seem a little bit more normal. So I highly recommend doing that and trying to keep the peace with other family members. Now that we've discussed what the seventh beatitude is, ways we can live it out, who it is, and what does it mean, that is going to be it for today's video, and I will see you guys all next time. Bye, guys.
It's my lucky day.